This is Self-Acceptance, the ultimate guide to learn about self-respect and love, written by Janette Thomson, read by Todd Studer. Introduction. Too many people are trying to be something they're not, and this grinds them down. Too many of us try to pretend to be somebody that we're not. Maybe we're trying to impress people. Maybe we're trying to fool ourselves into thinking that we are completely different people. The sad part? Too many of us are not aware that this is happening. It's just something that happens on autopilot. They keep pushing forward, but ultimately it still doesn't measure up. Regardless of how hard they try, and regardless of how much effort they put in, they simply aren't happy, nor are they fulfilled. There's always something missing. They feel incomplete, flawed, and weak. Of course, this happens deep down inside, and oftentimes they can't quite put their finger on it. They feel that something is missing, that something is off, but they fail to see the 800-pound elephant in the room. Similarly, too many people suffer from imposter syndrome, regardless of the fact they actually know what they're doing and that they are quite competent in certain areas of their life. They still feel that they are giant frauds. They feel that they are in danger of somehow being found out. They feel this because they are under the impression that they must be perfect all the time. They feel that they must impress people all the time. What is the root cause of all of this? The idea of perfection. People might not be able to articulate this belief, but they definitely think and act like it. You don't necessarily have to know the concept or the proper name of what you are going through for you to go through some sort of process or suffer certain symptoms. Regardless, people are trapped living with this idea of perfection. Pro tip: you don't have to be perfect, because no one is. The truth is, you can't be at your best at all times. That's just not going to happen. You can't be all things to all people, nor can you have it all. Unfortunately, too many people think they have to be perfect because they expect themselves to be perfect. They are assuming that people expect them to be perfect, so they expect themselves to be perfect, and this creates a downward spiral. Also, too many of us think that this striving for perfection or the appearance of perfection are genuine sources of pride. Other people hang on to the emotional albatross of perfectionism because they think others are relying on them to be perfect. They think that other people cannot move on or live full lives until and unless they are perfect. This audiobook teaches you how to get out of the long shadow of wanting to be perfect. Instead, it teaches you to achieve peace within by accepting yourself fully, flaws and all. Chapter 1. 8 Mindsets That Crush Personal Contentment. The French Enlightenment philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau famously said that man was born free, but everywhere he is in chains. Of course, Rousseau meant this in political terms, but this is also true in spiritual and emotional terms. Most of the time, we hold the key to the mental prisons that we live in. We define the world in neat, tidy little boxes that spell out what we can and cannot do, what we can and cannot be, and where we can and cannot go. Almost all of this is arbitrary, but they are all too real because we make them real by believing in them. We were born free, but we refuse to turn the lock of the mental prison that we choose to be in, and much of this situation can be tied to 8 mindsets that work to hold us back and drag us down. Oftentimes, we're unaware that we have these mindsets. Still, the sooner you get out from under the influence of these, the sooner you will live a life of adventure, meaning, fulfillment, and paradoxically enough, control. See if you can identify any of the following mindsets. Letting go of them.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?